Let's do it. Let's go.
Bam.
We're in here. Yes, sir. Yes,
with
sir.
the
Yes,
intro, with the noises. Ooh, yeah. The Mirepoix. Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 14. We have made it. We are at the 14th episode. I don't know what it is, but we're on episode 14, all right? And we're talking about some soup, some family. We are the Mirepoix. As always, for those that don't know what a Mirepoix is, it's a carrot, celery, onion, all reduced down, a little bit of butter and fat to make the base for a whole lot of good food. And in that same regard, we are the base for a whole lot of good conversation through our stories, experience, and expertise. Bam. Talk to him, Kais. Let him know.
Roger that. Yes, indeed. Welcome to the Mirepoix episode 14. We're super excited to be bringing in the month of November, which is known as the season of Thanksgiving, man.
Scorpio season.
And, we can get into all the deep, political things behind the true meaning of Thanksgiving and whatnot. But we're going to honor the wholesome purpose of gathering with family, friends who turn into family. And I feel like this is gonna be a real wholesome episode, bro. I got that feeling.
This is gonna be a wholesome month.
Yeah.
This is tis the season between November, December, and I do, I gotta start this all off before we get a little too wholesome. Scorpio season. What's up? Where my crystal women at?
My mother's a Scorpio.
Yeah.
Her birthday is actually in 4 days.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Everyone make sure to put your happy birthdays in chat. I'm sure we're not alone in this.
Yeah, Mom. I got you. As soon as I got you, okay? I know that.
Coming soon.
Yeah, coming soon. But welcome to the episode. I am Chef Caius from the Chef Caius Experience, where we provide a luxurious dining in-home experience, or wherever you would like us to be. We just did a ranch event this weekend, so I feel like I've been at a ranch like every other weekend lately.
Yeah, welcome to Texas.
Welcome to Texas, 100%, man. So we do weddings, baby showers, whatever you would have us do. We would love to be there and love to give you the Chef Caius experience. So tap in with your boy, 100%.
Bam. And to follow suit with that is Gilberto Casimiro Valdez Arias, the guild master for the guild, specializing in bringing your business, your event, or any project you might have in mind to life. Between my access to all these beautiful resources I've gathered, the people that share this vision with me, and a desire to be excellent in every single category, we're here for you. The guild is here for you. You get, Latin power and a conquistador right at your side to conquer any foe you might be facing.
Yes, sir. He is that guy. So tap in with your boys. 100%, man.
Oh, yeah. So, on the catch-ups, you're talking about the ranch.
Oh, boy. Yes. So, home on the range, it's range, right? Yeah, range. So
where the buffalo roam,
where the deer and the antelope. We're not singers.
No, but we're real good at karaoke though.
We can karaoke. We do a lot of freestyles at the end of the episode too. Since we got the mics and headphones, we like to pretend like we're 8 Mile and 50 Cent.
No, there is no pretending. We out here, stomping on them pennies. We hold dollars out here. We king size snack bars. We ain't no little M&Ms.
Benjis. Just got back yesterday. Service some of my dearest clients. Shout out to the K's. You guys know who you are. Always showing love. We did a 3-day retreat, and we'll be going back out there for Thanksgiving. So I was really excited to go out there and feed people. Shout out to my boy Desmond, who's my fellow Alabamian, my big brother, retired military vet as well. So thank you for your service, for going out there with me and helping me get the job done, man. It takes a team to get these types of things accomplished. So shout out to that. But yeah, man, what about your weekend, bro? I heard you had a pretty eventful weekend.
There was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And I'm okay, so hold on. Let me just
let's unpack this one.
Yeah, let me trauma dump on the audience real quick. All right, so actually, it's not really trauma dumping. There was a night where you get too turned, and that turns into a day of nothingness, which always feels bad when you got such a grand vision, when you got so many things you want to get done. Yep. You get a bonus day in your week, and all of a sudden you're just like, I fell asleep at 9 a.m. It's now 2 p.m. and what can I make of this day?
Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, like you said, bro. When you have so much purpose, when you understand your vision, your goals, I feel super guilty anytime like
bad.
I decide to take a nap. And you know, that's actually it's a good thing, man, because a lot of people don't feel that. A lot of people can just sleep careless. Like, I can take it now. I don't have anything to do right now.
Dude, that's the dream, though. That's the dream.
I mean, we'll get there.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe we won't. Because a lot of people that are at that, level of success, they say it doesn't stop, man. The grind doesn't stop.
I mean, to that end, it's a lifestyle, The reason I do work hard is never for any end goal more so than wanting to see my vision complete.
Yeah.
The reason I do feel so guilty when I wake up and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to spend an hour in bed just, recharging. As I look back and I'm like, man, that hour, what I could have done with that hour. You ever seen me take a full hour to work? Ooh, man. And so, I made sure to bounce back strong, Saturday, Sunday, boom, got it.
Yeah.
And it's funny that, you get a little love to the K's. I was meeting with some new clients. We were talking some new stuff, and I was sitting there, and I vividly remember one of my thoughts being, "Oh my God, are these going to be the K's?"
Yeah.
Because it is definitely
dope, bro. It's life changing.
Man, it's a special feeling to have someone vibe with you that hard, to believe in your vision, to support it financially and through work. Because at the end of the day, don't get me wrong, we take all donations. Don't ever get it twisted. We also take all job opportunities. If you're one of those types I don't like giving away my money, hey, just give us a chance. We'll make it happen.
Yeah, and I'll say we take job opportunities. I'm gonna say all jobs.
Every last one of them. We got you. You got something you want to see get done? Boom.
Well, I don't take all job opportunities. We have to be a good fit for each other. Otherwise, I will gently pass you to a better fit for you.
I'm going to say this. You can take an opportunity without taking the job. You know what I mean? You can listen to someone. We can hear you out. If you got something, don't be shy to hit us up. Because just like Kai said, if it ain't for us, if we're not the ones that'll bring it to life for you, we'll make sure we get you the right person.
Yeah, here come the stoics.
Yeah,
stoicism. Right here.
Hey, we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. We'll take all the inspiration from life. But yeah, that's how the weekend was spent. I did go and check out Worst Fest for a bit.
Oh, you did, bro?
Yeah.
I'm hella jealous. How did that go?
I mean, it just keeps getting worse every year.
Oh, dude, it was bad.
No, it wasn't bad. It's still fun, especially when you go with the right group of people.
Yeah.
But I remember the first few years I was going. It was all boom, we got this guy here, that person there, this dude here, that person there, this person, blah, 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 blah. And they had all this variation and this difference to bring that whole space to life.
So break what Worst Fest is for people who might not know what this event is, which is a big event out in Texas.
So it's over in the Lando Park out of New Braunfels, and it's essentially our little version. And mind you, there's a lot of Worst Fests and Oktoberfests that take place all throughout Texas. There's a huge German influence here.
Probably. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but for instance, there's one that happens in Fredericksburg. There's one that happens closer to Austin, and there's one in New Braunfels, which is the one I went to. And again, traditionally, or maybe not traditionally, but when I first do some cool stuff, bring some things to life. They had a whole bunch of different beer, local beer, Oktoberfest beer. Of course, all your big hitters from Silver Eagle, Bud Light was there, Coors Light, the whole 9 yards. But then, fast forward to this year, and I think it was either pre-COVID or maybe during COVID. I doubt it was during COVID, but the time I went before this one too, they essentially realized that, hey, we don't need to share with other people. Instead of asking other people to do these opportunities, we can create them ourselves. Yeah.
That's always a no-no.
Yeah, oh no, dude. When it comes to a festival like that, hey, let people help you, because I will say this, the experience now that these people aren't helping is they take a block, and on that block they put, here is Worst Fest generic restaurant, here is Worst Fest generic bar, and a stage. And then they repeat that block 4 times over. So they got 4 different stages, and that's cool. They have their main stage. But yeah, every bar you go to, it's the same 5 beer selection.
Dang, dude.
Every restaurant, quote unquote, or every food place you go to is the exact same selection. There's no, once you hit up one block, there's no reason to go around and explore the whole thing. It's all the same. But again, it was still fun though.
Yeah, the people make the event, but it can always be a better experience when you do have those different options. Because when I go to festivals, man, I'm excited to try different things.
Yo, same. I want the 25 different stalls and vendors. And, like, if they come with their own story, even better.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, I'm not gonna lie, I still wouldn't mind if it was all, like, ran or owned by the festival grounds, as long as there's that variety and there's that option.
Yeah, people like to see different things,
yeah.
different things, man. So, especially with that large of a group setting, I can see if it was something small, do it all yourself, but there's like thousands of people out there during these events. So.
Yeah. Hey, and so if anyone does want to join, I'll save it for the end of the episode.
Okay.
But just on the topic of festivals, something spicy coming up. And then also, what's the Kai's catch-up?
Oh, I just told you the ranch.
The ranch.
Yeah, we did the ranch. One exciting thing that did happen, though, was my client, he's a big foodie, man, which is it's so exciting to always cook for foodies. And he said, hey, chef, I know we got an unexpected group of people coming on Saturday, so I decided to bring some barbecue, but not just any barbecue. He said, my friend came into town, and they were in town to try this novelty barbecue joint in Lexington, Texas, where they open at 8 a.m.
Hell yeah.
And so the people got there at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And they were number 117 at 5 a.m. So kind of similar to Franklin's, right? Where
people are camping out.
Yeah, camping out. They're there overnight and whatnot. So he said, but this place also allows you to do shipping. You can ship the barbecue. So
hold on. This man said you can ship the art because he knows it's art. He knows it's art.
So man, and I'll tell you what, man. I have been kind of going through this ideology of mine where Texas barbecue to me has been a little bit underwhelming.
Boo.
The past, come on, bro.
Boo.
Like,
boo this man.
Can I speak my truth? And I've had great barbecue in Texas, but I'm just saying the general senses for me for the barbecue out here has been underwhelming. And I don't know if we just have too much access to it to where it's not special, but I just haven't had any barbecue where I'm like, dang, this is some great barbecue. Until recently, this Saturday. So I watched a barbecue show not too long ago. I forget what it was, but it was I think it was highlighting Texas barbecue or whatnot. And there's this 87-year-old woman who is the pit master of this place called Snow.
Oh,
which bro, the best barbecue in Texas. I might even go further and say the best barbecue I've ever had, and it was prepackaged. They got this stuff shipped.
Okay, so let's take it a step further. In the world,
I'm serious, yo. Like,
and this kind soul brings leftovers and says, "Hey,
yes,
I saved some. Boom,
bro,
you gotta try it out."
We probably should have tried it on the episode, bro.
Nah, we'll get back to it. We'll make our way back.
We might let when Gilberto goes on one of his rants, we'll go warm up some barbecue and I'll come back and let him taste it for himself. Because, bro, I'm really excited about this barbecue.
Look, I'm gonna say this. I'm not the one that's been sleeping on Texas barbecue. Like, honestly, I do gotta give you special shout outs for being so brave to just boldly state out to our billions of viewers that you don't like Texas barbecue. That breaks my heart, man. That breaks my heart.
Like I said, I've had really good barbecue out here, but I'm just saying
they didn't believe in us.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you this: name me top 5 barbecue restaurants right now.
Okay, see, that's
the problem. But name me 5 barbecue restaurants.
I mean, yeah, that one's easy.
You can name a ton of barbecue restaurants, but you can't give me a top 5.
Because look. Here, Linda. Listen.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
So, I have not been to barbecue restaurants, because here's the deal: the marketplace is flooded out here, and just like Kai's pointed out, I can name you 65 million barbecue joints
right now.
However, I think a lot of them have fallen into the slumber of like, you gotta be fast paced. You gotta push out. And they've gone for that quantity game instead of that quality game. Because like all the ones I can name you are fast food joints. You know, we got Bill Miller's, Smoky Mo's,
all of them were fast
Blacks.
food, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
barbecue in itself is, I mean, you cook it ahead of time and you just literally plating it at that point. So, I mean, it's a fast food game, but it's, like you said, it's the quality.
Yeah, because I was going to say, there's a difference between making, 8 briskets in a day versus making, 16 million in a day. And I will say, shout out Snow, because if they're figuring out the shipping game, that's a whole beast on
and
its
that
own.
just kind of debunked that theory.
Dude, that's an 87-year-old woman.
87-year-old woman who's hunched over. And from what I remember on the show, she just said, like, they were asking her, so how do you know when it's ready? She was like, you just know.
You just know. That's the truth.
Like, that's...
Your ancestors pat you on the shoulder and say, job well done.
So that makes me feel good because I'm one of those chefs that I don't do recipes. I don't go by the book. I literally just cook how I feel. I taste and adjust, I don't go by any written out theories or whatnot. Like, I feel it. So shout out to the 87-year-old Tootie. I think her name was, bro. Tootie. Thank God for Tootie is what I told Mr. K.
And I'll say this. Shout outs modern technology, because guys over here like, dude, I don't use cookbooks, I don't go by the recipe, but he recorded himself doing everything. So if you want to imitate, you want to emulate, you want to learn, he's got the cookbook.
Oh yeah, I definitely.
That's live now, right? We can go buy it.
He put me on the spot. So that's gonna come soon, man. I got to do a couple of tweaking before I can put it out there, but it's completed. Just got to
get the editor on it.
Yeah. So the goal is definitely to have it
for the holidays.
Yeah, it'd be for the holidays. So I guess that means I need to get it going ASAP.
Hey, Christmas gifts coming soon. Yeah, stocking stuffers.
Christmas, Black Friday sales, all of the above, man. So y'all definitely stay tuned. But I do got the hoodies and the hats already ready to go. So you're interested in a luxurious foodie hoodie or hat, that's ready to go right now.
Boom! All right. We're gonna do a whole episode on gift giving. It's just gonna be us like showing our merch and us showing what we got.
Giveaway.
Oh yeah, okay. You heard it here first. Mixtape giveaway coming soon. Make sure to follow us on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't. We'll make a little video. Those who have subscribed will get the first dibs. Act quick. On Instagram at the Mirepoix. On Instagram, we're at the Mirepoix Podcast, right?
Yes, the Mirepoix Podcast.
So at the Mirepoix Podcast, on YouTube at the Mirepoix, on Facebook, the Mirepoix Podcast. Just follow us everywhere because we're about to start doing some giveaways, and I'm not gonna lie, we like to spoil people. I've seen how Kai treats his friend. He knows how I treat my friends. Like we spoil. So
we take care of people, man. And even when it's not the season of Thanksgiving, we just. I think it has a lot to do with being in the service industry, bro. I think that's why we gravitated towards that industry because we're just naturally hospitable.
Yeah.
So that's that, bro.
You know, when people started calling me the giver, I took that literally and I started sharing my memories with everyone. Which
I know where that was going.
There's a book called The Giver, and it's about society losing all memories, so they become real bleak and dystopian. But there's a certain job that's only given to like one person per generation called The Giver.
Dude, that's tough.
Yeah, whose whole job is you have to have all the collective human memories that once existed, such as the memory of color, feelings, emotion, and you have to advise those that are in power about what to do and like how to help guide them and retain their shred of humanity. Good book. The Guild Reads will come soon on a little upscale book club for you nerds. And on that sense, for the catch up for the Mirepoix podcast, check us out on Spotify now. Tomorrow morning. Wow. Is when it's all going to launch.
Wow, we're going places.
Yeah, it's already all been put on there. They just need, a little bit of time before they can launch it on their platform.
Yeah.
But I believe it's Spotify. And if we get enough views there and enough follows and likes there, we'll become eligible to be on Apple Music, Pandora, and all the other major streaming sites. So definitely, 'tis the season of giving. If y'all can give us your support, we'd love you forever.
Man, we'll be so grateful.
Yeah, we'll
40 subscribers, man, on episode 14. So y'all just keep on keeping on as we keep on keeping on, and we should be able to grow together, man. So definitely tap in and let us know too. Feel free to hit us up. Hey, I would love for y'all to talk about this. I would love for y'all to do that. You know, we're always open to suggestions and growing, man.
Yeah, all day. And so to that end, to the meat and potatoes of the. You want to go give the fans a close up real quick? Wait, no. Here, let me get the close up because you got to talk about the soup, Preto.
Okay, well we'll do that. So.
Oh man, it's a bad idea to have me be the one to go up there, y'all know. But
speak up. We're not about it. Speak up. We're not about it. I know that's from. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing a loaded potato soup.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
Bring it up closer. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is a loaded potato soup with, of course, the Mirepoix has some onions, celery, and carrots in there, along with garlic and shallots that we built the roux and we added those vegetables into it. I par cooked the potatoes prior just so they keep a nice firm bite without overcooking all the other vegetables. Added some cream, a myriad of cheeses. We got some Leicester cheese, some Blackstone, some Parmesan, Gouda, all types of stuff, man. And bacon. You can't do a potato soup without bacon. What made this soup also a little bit more special was I did a tomato bacon jam. Not a bacon jam, but a tomato jam on top of that soup. This weekend at my client's house, I did a bison burger with tomato jam. And that tomato jam was just, oh my God, it was crazy. And I thought, man, let's see how this will pair well with this potato soup. So also some jalapenos in there. I threw that in there for Roberto. This guy's a spicy guy, so throwing some jalapenos in there for him as well. Some finely minced red onions, a little bit of cream, chives, and some cheese bread, man. So that is our potato soup. And my mom could make the mess out of some soup, bro. Like, shout out to my mother. Her birthday is November 11th on Veterans Day.
Bro.
She's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Shout out, Mom, for being the inspiration behind this soup, man. So
that's some angel numbers right there. Born on 11/11?
11/11. Yeah. 61. 11/11/61.
Nice.
It's her birthday. So love you, Mom. And talk about us.
Yeah, to pair with it, because it's soup, it's family. If you do live out in San Antonio and out here in Texas, we got our first tease of the cold weather, which is what really inspired this episode more than anything. And to that end, as you can hear, I got a little bit of a cough. We had to make ourselves a hot toddy. A lot of people call spirits medicine. Back in the day, doctors were prescribing you all forms of drugs and alcohol to keep your body rolling. This is from that time. This hot toddy is a beautiful little drink. It's real simple to do. It's hot water, lemon juice, honey, and whiskey. And we'll dive into the conversation of simplicity in just a moment because Kais and I were having a real good talk about this earlier today. But within its simplicity, it's a lot of fun and a lot of hard work to really tweak and perfect when you have something so simple. So what I ended up doing was instead of just doing hot water, I essentially made a broth. And I just chopped up a bunch of lemons with the zest on there. If you follow us on Instagram, you saw in the story where we kind of give the sneak peeks. And I kind of gave the quick rundown. You got to make sure to put the lemon citrus peel included in there.
Wow.
While you boil it, reduce it down. I added a little bit of star anise to kind of play along with those warmer feelings, those warmer flavors. And once that got to a good little point, I sprinkled in just a touch of brown sugar to help give it a little sweetness. And I used that for my hot water. Lemon juice was, of course, just classic strained, clear lemon juice. The honey, we use some local honey just because when you can, you got to support. And I'm sure there's a whole lot of differences in honey. I got to meet some maple syrup connoisseurs the other day that were telling me all the differences and different ways you can get maple syrup all live and jab. So I'm sure honey is the same way. But we went local because I'm not, I don't know the differences in all the honey just yet. I'm not a honey connoisseur. Coming soon. Follow us and you'll get to follow that journey. But Yeah, just a little bit of honey. And then for the whiskey, we did use Balcones Heights Baby Blue Corn Whiskey.
All local, man.
Has a little bit of sweetness to it. The Baby Blue Corn really helps shine through. And I don't know, honestly, I don't know where it gets that smokiness from, but it has or the sweetness from, but it has a touch of peat in there too, so you get some of that smokiness. And overall, pairs really, really well with these flavors. And honestly, when you think hot toddy, people talk about how much it helps with coughs and sore throat, and more so how much it helps on a cold night. Man, it's nice to have a warm cocktail. It's so hard to find them, but here they are. They exist, and they are good.
It's hard to find them in Texas because it's never cold enough for them. When I went to Colorado, man, there were so many like coffee bars, like it's crazy. So you can definitely find a way.
Oh yes,
I'm definitely feeling this combination, man. The first time I had ever heard of a hot toddy was from our brother as a teenager. So mom, dad, really listen. Don't listen right now, but he told me when he stayed with my uncles in Mobile for a few summers or a few years, they introduced to him hot toddies. And it was medicinal purposes, man. You got to think, man, Robitussin, all these like different cough syrups and things, they have alcohol in it. And so pretty much hot toddy is just
it's medicine. Yeah.
So you got the honey, the soothing agent, the acid is for the vitamins and all those things. So, but this is a really great drink, man. You could drink this not even being sick. You know, it kind of reminds me of like a Long Island iced tea kind of thing, like, or even a daiquiri, man. Because essentially it's just the same thing besides rum.
Yeah, just and this one just adds hot water and lets the sweetener be honey. But yeah, they're so good. They're so perfect for this almost cold weather we got going on right now.
Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah,
I can't wait, dude. I honestly, for our local viewers, you know, hot topic. I loved Snowvid. Like, mind you, I hated Snowvid because I was a really responsible employee and I was a director of operations. So during Snowvid, it was my job to get all the restaurants up and running when everyone was playing that, it's snowy and iced, it's dangerous to drive. Because, I mean, you're right, it is, but life's dangerous and we out here, we were doing it. At the time, my house didn't have running water or electricity. And so I was having to go open and manage all these restaurants, doing, you know, $6,000-$8,000 in sales by myself at some of these restaurants. But it was a magical time being that cold. Oh man, I love the cold. I love the snow.
Yo, I still have videos of that, like literally going outside and seeing snow all the way up towards my van, like past my van's wheels. And then I was doing a 75 hard challenge. You ever heard of that?
Oh, yeah.
I was doing that at the time. And, you still got to get that hour workout in outside. So, you know, I was getting my walks in, walking a mile in knee deep snow, man. So that was pretty cool to see, bro. Especially being from the South, where we don't typically see snow like that. Man. So it was pretty cool, 100%. But it would have been nice to at least know that this is what we were getting. It kind of hit us all from the side, bro.
Oh, dude, and Texas ain't equipped for it. I mean, San Antonio ain't equipped for it. But it was a magical time.
Yeah, it was cool, man, and it was magical, and also you had the headaches of, I don't know if you went to HEB when the HEB finally opened during that time. I think the next day, bro, they had like lines wrapped around the entire building. When we actually got inside and grocery shop, lines were all the way from the dairy department going into, like, it was gnarly, bro. Like, it was some pretty intense stuff.
Dude, I will say that shout out Cisco, because they still made their deliveries, and more importantly, that was my grocery shopping. I was like, what do I need this week? Yeah, let's do an extra case of this, an extra bit of that.
See, that would have been clutch.
Yeah, people were freaking out over toilet paper, and I was over here like, I'm sitting on 4 cases. Who wants some?
Yeah.
Friends to the front of the line, family, come on down. I got toilet paper for everybody.
Yeah, that would have been nice. My toilet paper come up was this little mom and pop shop convenience store off of Woodlawn. Just this little corner store that so unassuming you would have never thought. And I noticed that it looked pretty much empty. I said, I bet they got toilet paper. And lo and behold, I went in and they had plenty of toilet paper. So that was some crazy times, bro. And this was just about 2 years ago. Or was it last year?
Nah, it was.
2 years ago.
It was
coming
sometime.
up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. Boy, were you with your family at the time, or?
I was just gonna say, how does your family deal with emergencies like that? Because I was with mine, and me, my mom, my brother, dude. We're talking about shout outs, mom, dude. Shout outs, mom.
Hey.
This woman always keeps her house so perfect. Always keeps her kingdom so wonderfully ran that boy, we don't feel nothing. We'll just sit there like, man, we're bored, huh? Wi-Fi and electricity are out. We got food. We got ways to cook the food. We got ways to eat. We got heat still, like
Crazy.
Now I remember the heat was starting to get bad by like the third night we went without electricity. But straight up, I just went. I turned my car on, cut the heater on, and stuffed all my blankets and linens and everything in there. That way, I went and made my bed with really nice, hot, warm stuff, and then I got to sleep in that. But yeah, my mom had us fully prepared for everything. We had we had board games. Like it didn't even feel we would hear the news, right? We'd talk to everyone that's like, oh my God, Snowmageddon, wah!
Yeah.
And we're just sitting at home like, I mean, chill out. It's not that bad.
Yeah, so I was in a house with two other chefs, and it was interesting, bro. So we had a fridge full of food, but obviously the power went out. So it was probably thousands of dollars worth of food that went to waste. But we did have propane little tanks and little stove, individual stove on top. So we finally was able to make like a big old pot of soup, and then to keep it outside to keep cold, and then bring it back in. And then my shout out to my mother was my mom's from Brooklyn, man, and my mom's like very well educated, sophisticated woman. You could never tell that she came from the mud too. So and growing up with my mom and my dad, well, shout outs to mom right now, is she taught me how to be really resourceful. And I remember being at home at times where it'd be cold in Alabama, and instead of turning the heat on all crazy or whatever, she was just like, yo, like put like covers over your windows, or like curtains. Get some heavy curtains to block the cold fronts from coming in, the drifts and whatnot. So when we were without power, without electricity, without wood at the time to build a fire during Snowvid, I was just like, yo, let's just put like sheets all over the windows, any open spaces, let's block those off and just make one like pretty much fortress, and all like just sleep together essentially to build up our body heat and cancel out all the cold stuff. And it was like, yo, who taught you how to do this? I was like, my mom, yo. It was like, oh, we thought you came from like a whole uppity upbringing, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I definitely got survival skills from my mom, yo. So shout out to Mrs. Mother for giving me that tidbit.
Yeah, moms is the best.
Moms are the best, man. It's funny. This episode is supposed to be about family, but nothing is more family than mom, yo. Like,
dude, all day. Like, honestly, no memory of family really starts without mom.
Yeah.
Like, you and your cousin could be close. You and your brother and sister could be the closest people out there. And you still gather around the table, you drink, you have a good time, you eat good food, due to the love your moms gave you.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things, so my grandmama recently passed away.
Mm.
And one of the things, one of the things that I was sort of expressing with my mom is like, look, mom, as far as being Latino goes, I don't know my grandma damn near well enough. But I know exactly what kind of woman she was, because I see it through you. And to that same end,
that's deep.
I hope that, when that time comes, people will be able to see me through the relationships I formed with the people around me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like a little bit of a person goes a long way, and it carries through and it shines through all the people they affected,
Yeah, man. And I think that's the true meaning of legacy, bro. Like, people think legacy is the money that you leave behind, or the real estate and all this other properties and whatnot. But really, for me, it's the character. Like, what did your family instill in you that you're able to leave with your kids and to really build, just that type of that the character, like what people are going into, your reputation, essentially.
Yeah, and that's I don't want to sound like a dick or anything, but I judge people very little by like what they give me and what they show me. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a lot more of, I don't want to say like what are the stories I hear about you, but how do I see you interact with others and others interact with you will tell me a whole lot more
than
about
else.
Who you are as a person.
100%, man. 100%.
God, that soup was so good.
Hey, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, once again, shout out to Mom, yo.
I like to eat.
Yeah, it's a great stuff right here, man. The soups, the breads, the hot toddy, it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas.
Yeah, Halloween has passed, so the Christmas floodgates are now open.
Bro, I'm so excited about
Mariah Carey has thawed out.
She thawed out, dude.
Her and Bublé have arisen from their chambers.
Yeah, it's all the Frank Sinatra holiday music, and bro, I love it. I love this season, man. Let's talk about friends, man. Friends. For me, being in Texas I always say I'm from Alabama, but I grew up in Texas because I moved to Texas when I was 20. I'm 30 now, so I spent 10 years of my entire life, and I think 10 of the most important years of my life were spent out here. So I, adapted to a lot of people that have become like family to me that aren't, blood relatives. So I think that's a really interesting thing that happens.
One of the things I always like to point out is that expression, blood is thicker than water.
Yeah.
If you, explode it, drag it out, and actually expand it to the full saying, it's the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, which kind of just puts into perspective of how long people have been essentially saying some of your closest friends are going to be closer than some of your closest family, you know what I mean? And to that end, shout out Quincy Jones, Quincy MF Jones. That is a covenant right there. That is the brotherhood. That is the, friends are the family you get to choose, and it is definitely something special to meet those friends, to meet those people, like honestly, our friend group, we call ourselves Tekekia or Tekeki Z. It's a whole country. It's a whole nation. I'm the proud emperor of. I'll fill y'all in later. Ask your friends, ask your mothers about it. But it is definitely one of those things that the people that are closest to me as far as friends go, man, I've been riding with them since I first moved to this country. Like, I no new friends, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
I'll take new friends.
Well, I don't mean like I'm not going to take new friends, but that friend circle is, how long have I known Quincy? For like 18 years now. You know what I mean? How long have I known Rachel, Kyra, Dylan, Jack, Tom, Jared, the whole 9 yards? Like, freaking 15, 18 years. Like, it is, we are close. So, welcome to it, guys. You're stuck with it for a bare minimum 15 years.
I'm with it, man. I love people, and there's nothing like knowing that you got somebody that got your back, right? I think that's what you look for in family, and sometimes you don't always get that in family. But let's be real. I had some very interesting things happen. We're gonna get into that.
Yeah, no, this is about the season of uplifting. What are the uplifting stories, guys? Do something for the kids. Talk to them.
I'm just saying. Sometimes, things happen for you to be able to really appreciate certain people. Is where I'm getting with that.
Yeah.
Like, And back to that, my pops is like my best friend. Like my dad is always a call away, even though I've been calling this guy for the last 3 weeks. Dad, I need you to answer my phone call, sir. He has not answered, sending me straight to, can I call you back, please?
He's planning your mom's birthday party, dude.
Okay, we'll give him that. Shout out to my pop. Shout out to my beautiful girlfriend, Cassie De Los Santos, and the kiddos, Madison and Delaney, for being my extended family. Love you guys. Shout out to our RIP to my brother, Vinny D. Passed away last year. That guy was the type of guy that made everybody think that he's my best friend. Like, yeah. I went to his funeral and there's like 200 people all saying, this guy was my best friend. This guy was my best friend. I'm like, he was my best friend. And so that's like really beautiful, I feel like, to think that this guy could really make everybody feel like, he was really taking an extra effort to look out for me, be there for me. So RIP to you, bro. You never forgotten. My boy Javi, my childhood best friends, Reagan, Andrew. It's just y'all seen so much in my life, man, and y'all stuck through it with me. Like it's awesome, dude. So I do agree, bro. Blood is water. Blood is thicker than water.
Yeah, blood of the covenant. The family you get to choose is sometimes more important than the family you're given to.
It's this hot toddy that's like,
dude, it feels good.
I'm starting to slur, bro.
Hey, because that's how the hot toddy gets you. It gets you smooth.
It's like,
so
what are you even doing right now? You should have gotten more, though.
Yeah, I know. It's a mix away. John McAfee once said he knows the right mix of drugs, narcotics, the stimulation enhancers, etc., to make you feel or do any sort of way. And honestly, that's sometimes how I feel about alcohol, because there's like some alcohol that gets you like up and like, let's party.
It's literally a spirit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what spirit is? You hear me that way, because I don't mess around with these spirits, man. I'm very conscious of the things that I feed myself spiritually, and
this is a good thing. Yeah, it's a good thing.
This is a good spirit.
Because it makes you relax. It's medicinal, bro. Like I can feel it. It's still nice and smooth and silky. I feel like my smooth jazz voice coming out.
And that's kind of how I felt about the daiquiri that I made, bro.
Ooh, the apple pie.
And so maybe it's just that combination of very simple things, the sweet, the tart,
yeah,
and the liquor components.
Yeah, I was gonna say the nice warm too. Like it's just,
those spices, those warm spices, bro. It's funny good. Too, because there's a science behind why this time of year makes people be in a good mood, bro. And so it's something about the alignment with the stars, and
shout out to the crystal women.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. But there's just something about all of those things combined that just makes people scientifically, you're in a good mood for a reason, bro.
Dude, and energy spread, bro.
And then the spices that go along with it. I feel like it's all correlated. Like there's something about, that's why people go crazy over pumpkin spice, cinnamon. Like it's just something.
It makes you feel good.
It makes you. There's something about it. It's just like,
there's that. What's that chemical that's in turkey? There's some specific chemical that is found in turkey.
I thought it was like melatonin,
bro. Maybe no. Is it in turkey? No. It's something different. It's something that like exists. Predominantly in Turkey, a whole lot of other foods too, but it really does give you the zoos. But I don't think it's melatonin.
I think it's melatonin, bro. I think it's something that puts you to sleep, whatever it is.
Makes you go night.
Because that's why I try to steer clear from turkey, bro. On like a meal prep.
We need
to put me out.
What we need is we need someone who's got these facts down. No, it's tryptophan. It's an amino acid that the body needs to make vitamin B3 and serotonin, a hormone that helps you relax and, makes you sleepy. Maybe Bill Cosby was just putting turkey in them Jello shots. And here's to hoping for another snow vid, because I will say one of the most fond memories I have with my friends, it was me, my boy Quincy MF Jones. Shout outs to the Space Force, putting him in Germany where he's can't be awake to watch these things. But during one of the first like snow or ice days that had happened in my childhood, I think I was like maybe freshman year of high school, and everything iced over. We got to get out of school, and me, Quincy, and Jared, we all lived about a mile away from each other, so we got to go. Essentially, when that freeze day happened, the first thing we did was call each other up on the house phones because we old heads. Hey man, what are you doing? Okay, yeah. Let's all meet here. Let's all meet at Gilbert's. And they all walked to my house, and the three of us then walked ourselves to Burger King. And I remember Quincy was throwing a fit. He didn't want to walk in the cold. So I had to walk to his house to pick him up. That way it was like, all right, bro, if you're going to be cold, at least, we out here together.
We'll be cold together.
And we walked ourselves to Burger King, freezing, mind you, absolutely freezing and frigid because we're just three little teenage boys. And boy, did that burger feel so good, dude. It was nice and warm. And like, I don't think Burger King has ever tasted better than, being a 14-year-old walking through a snowy ice day where you get told school's not going to happen. And it was like a Monday too, so it was just.
I feel like my fondest memories, especially as a kid, was something centered around food, man. We had this like little neighborhood Chinese ran wing shop.
Nice.
Yeah, called Wing Master, right? And they had these lemon pepper wings, put hot on sauce. They got these pre-frozen French fries. The ranch, the lemonade made from Minute.
Yeah.
It was just the best thing. And all of our friends were just like, yo, let's go there and get a 10 piece, 15 piece, and just split it. And, it's just something about the struggle, whatever struggle you was going through at the time, like could all easily be cured with eating food, bro.
Dude.
Like that's really special, man. Eating food, and I pretty much got my passion for food from that, man.
Yeah, realizing its power, realizing its strength.
Man. I mean, it brings people together, bro. Like, try to argue with somebody like eating some good food. It's just like it's really hard. It's just, what are we arguing about?
You get the fun arguments. If you're arguing while eating, it's never like, dude, how dare you?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, seriously?
Yeah, like, you're not about to mess this up, but I hear you, but I don't really hear you. But dude, back to this.
That's why you got to be careful with who you eat with. Like, that was, back in the olden days, it's seen as like, being able to eat around someone even. To even have them in the same room is like, because it's a time where you absorb a lot of energy, and when you absorb the energy of another person, when you're intermingling with the meal being eaten, man, it has you thinking someone, you're over here like, oh man, this is my best friend. We've ate together like 4 or 5 times. And then, something happens where you're like, whoa, you are not who I thought you were at all.
Dude, it's so intimate to eat. It's even more intimate to cook for somebody. Like, to really share a part of you, create something that's going into somebody else's body, dude.
Like when you're sitting there just holding the poison and you're just like, nah, not today. Just put it right back.
I've never had that. But yeah, man, it's just it can get really deep in there, man. And to go back to that too, man. My adulthood fondest memories was cooking with some of my closest friends, bro. Once again, shout out to my boy Vinny D. R.I.P. man. Audrey and I used to go crazy in the kitchen. So Mano was this Indian French guy. Audrey was Korean, Chinese.
Ooh.
Me, I'm Chef Caius, and my dog Trina's over here trying to peek at us. But
because the food's good.
Man, he'll get what he get later. But all three of us coming from 3 different backgrounds, 3 different places, nationalities. We would all get in the kitchen, cook whatever we were feeling individually, and somehow all of it would just like blend so well together, like flavor wise. It was crazy. We were pretty much like soulmate kitchen buddies, dude. It was nuts the things that we would do. So It's really beautiful the types of things that you can do with people in the kitchen, bro. Like it's an awesome thing, man.
Just like we mentioned with the spirits, being able to control the feeling and the pace and the energy. Do the same thing with food, man. Like, if you get someone something spicy, if you like, there's high energy foods, there's low energy foods, there's chemical, there's science, there's all these things behind it. But at the end of the day, it's just your soul is felt through your food, through the process, through the
Soul
creation.
food,
Shit, all day.
Soul food, man.
You gonna put that on the Chef Cast experience? Feel my soul.
Let me feed your soul.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like soul food has been seen as the food of the slaves, using the scraps and hardships and whatnot to make whatever we could out of it. But, from my research and me looking at other cultures and definitely not ever putting a dim on my heritage, but all of us share a type of soul food, bro. Like,
yeah.
We all have that food that we had to kind of adapt to because of lack of resources or because of, we didn't have whatever we needed to be able to provide for our families. We had to make this piece of bread the best piece of bread that we could have ever made in our lives. To me, that's soul food, like food from the heart, bro. Like, so.
Well, also, what the resources you had around you and just because it's funny how every culture, ancient, modern, left, right, up, down, A, B, star, has had its own version of thing inside bread fried. Every version, every culture, everyone has, dumplings, empanadas.
Rice.
They got everything. There's just some commonalities that we all share.
Yeah.
And it's just through, there's nothing new in the universe. There's, creativity is more of a loan than it is an original idea.
Yeah.
But like, bro,
just
it's
to
just
put that in
crazy.
perspective, man. Think of jollof rice, Spanish rice,
Yeah.
jambalaya.
Yeah.
You put those all on the table right now, paella, and just line them up, and
they're not going to look the same.
Yeah, and they're going to taste very similar as well, man. So just knowing that we're more connected than far apart. There was this guy on YouTube. I can't think of his name, but he's this not aspiring, but he's becoming kind of like a life coach type of guy now on YouTube, and he was saying like, how do I learn how to treat people better? And then he was just like, well, just thinking if we all came from the same place, even though to me you might be a stranger, you're technically my relative. Like, we put things into perspective, and you can see it in the culture, man. Like, just how we just made that comparison with these 4 different dishes from different parts of the world. You put it on the table, you'll see the similarities, man. We're all literally the same person, experiencing different things, but they're still kind of the same, man. Like, I could talk to you about some things, and you could be like, yeah, bro, I feel that. I've had something similar, and then vice versa.
Yeah.
So just understanding that, we have more things in common than we do in differ. So.
Yeah, there's something I got told as a kid. Like, I was really young, and I forgot, of course, who told it to me, but it has stuck with me my whole life. Look, if you want to make a friend, just treat people like they're your friends.
Yeah.
And like, if you try to do this whole awkward, like, are you my friend? Are you not? Actions over everything, actions over words, actions over it all. If you walk up and you start treating someone like a friend, they're going to reciprocate and y'all will have a friendship.
Yeah.
If you talk about wanting to be friends, if you talk about wanting to be lovers or whatever the case may be, it's never going to go anywhere. It's doomed from the start. But if you start treating people with love and with respect, it reciprocates, it goes your way. And man, dude, like, when you're talking about you and your friends throwing down, honestly, I think that is why Quincy and I are best friends. Because we cook together. Anytime we meet up, anytime he would come over, I would go over to his house, whatever it might be, the first thing we do is be like, all right, you want to cook? Yeah, let's do it. And we would be throwing these wacky experimentations, that developed obviously as we got older and started understanding food better. We got much better chefs or cooks or whatever word you want to give it. But like, starting off with just throwing random things together. I remember being like 11 years old, and all I really knew how to make was bean and cheese tacos. And of course, me and Quincy were talking about making food. So we made bean and cheese tacos, and then we made
This
blood tacos.
What?
It was. We made a bean and cheese, but we didn't have the cheese. Instead, we had put strawberry jelly in it, and it wasn't good. It was like 11 years old.
I just wanted to hear that.
But it was.
No way he was going to convince me that.
Look, I'm going to say it wasn't good, but it helped us understand that there is a world where, texture and mouthfeel play a real big role, and having that hot and cold, like dipping your fries in a Frosty, can sometimes be a very good feeling. Now, fries and Frosty works much better because, salt and cream go hand in hand type deal.
Yeah.
But for those of you at home, strawberry jelly does not belong in a refried bean taco.
Oh,
let's make that clear. But again, there's a world of having the hot and cold where you're like, ooh, get fun,
I mean, I can see, because
like sour cream in a taco, that's where we took it next.
Well, I think maybe just the execution, because strawberries can be very similar to tomatoes, and you can put like a pico on a bean and cheese taco or something. So maybe just how it was done is, I will not do strawberry jelly though. But even that could be.
For an 11-year-old, bro, we were master chefs in there.
I mean,
and we were sitting there hyping each other up too. We're like, bro, there's something, as if us 11-year-olds knew anything. But we learned though.
Shout out to my cousins, Charles and Austin. We was chefing it as kids, and that was awesome, man. Our go-to was nachos.
Yeah,
we'll literally plot out, we're gonna get $10 from Aunt Shay, $10 from Uncle George. I already had like $30 on me. We're gonna get these Doritos, the ground beef, our favorite queso, the cheese, the salsa, the sour cream, and we would just make like piles of nachos, bro, and just
throw it down too.
Smash it. It would be so good, bro. And my aunt be like, "Yo, how do y'all cooking like this?" Like, she was really impressive at the time, bro. I was just thinking, oh, that's just family. They just gassing you because that's what the elders do. They make the youth feel like they're doing something. Like, it really became something that I would hear pretty often, man. Like, yo, you cook like this, and it started with family, bro. So shout out to my family for really kind of helping me nurture that skill, man. And shout out to the cousins, bro, and just being with people that have that energy that inspire you.
The click,
it's everything.
Energy.
It's really everything, man. I'm very a lot of people have hit me up in the past, like, yo, can I work with you? Can I work for you? And if I've ever just never hit you back, it's probably because the vibe, bro.
There. Yeah, dude.
I literally need to vibe. For me, vibing is more important than the skill.
Oh, dude, all day. Because you can grow with someone, you can build someone, you can y'all can learn things together as you go. I can learn to be a better leader, you can learn to be a better follower, we can learn to be better cooks, we can learn to do this, but if the energy ain't there,
the vibe is not,
bro. Yeah, you could put Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen with me. If we ain't vibing together, I'm be like,
yeah. It's really important, man.
Yeah,
it's like writing a song with somebody. It's essentially a muse.
Mm-hmm.
We feed off of each other. You need that type of.
You gotta reach the higher vibrations.
Yes, man, and you can taste that in the food, bro.
Yeah,
you can taste, that. Oh, I can tell they really like each other because they were able to come together and produce this masterpiece. I can tell you so many times where I cook things with people that maybe we weren't in the best position with each other, and my girl said, "I wish I had cooking energy." Yo,
hey, it's in you.
We got different types of energy. Baby. Don't worry. Our energy is elsewhere, but kitchen energy is for sure really really a beautiful thing, man, and you could definitely taste that love, bro.
Yeah, and so to that extent with the energies, that's what makes this holiday season so special. Is it's one of the few moments and times where the energy is just so overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
It has you thinking you're closer to people than you thought you were. You can hate your cousin all throughout the year, then all of a sudden the holidays come up and y'all are back to being besties. And that's the true beauty of the holiday season is its energy is incredibly infectious. It overpowers a lot of things. And but while we start wrapping this up, I just want to say, you know why there's no Mexican Friday?
What?
Not even Walmart could afford those losses. You know what I mean? I think it is. But anywho's, on that note, for the wrap ups, for the mustards, for the what's coming next to you. So make sure tomorrow morning, boot up your Spotify, come find our account. It's all going live. All the episodes are edited in an audio only format for you to come check out.
And listen to them. Like they're easy listens. I go back and listen to our podcast and critique us, and I think that we've definitely come a long ways. You can listen, man. You can just
put it on while you're driving to work.
Yeah.
While you're working, maybe not while you're working. I don't know for that high energy, but when you vibing, when you hanging out, when you're
cleaning,
driving.
You know what I'm saying? Like just put us on and
to learn a few things.
Yeah, we're teaching you guys a lot, and you're going to. I think once again, it's just an easy listen, bro.
All day,
super easy to listen to. So
you can zone out, you can zone in. We're here for you. So yeah, it's going to be on there in the audio only format. That way you can listen to it on the drive to work without killing your phone battery, all that good fun stuff. Personal things coming up. At the Guild TX is live on Instagram. We rolling. We're going to start unveiling some of the posts soon. We did the under construction thing for a bit. But posts are going to start getting unveiled this weekend. What else you got for him? What's on the cover? Oh, yeah. The giveaway. We're going to plan out the giveaway. You're going to see a post on it later this week.
Yeah.
So follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, and once again, keep bringing people in, yo. You got a shout out over here, Gilly. But yeah, let's keep adding friends, bringing people on. We're here every Monday. Our times might vary, but you can guarantee that we'll be here.
We're here for the evening, for you to put on while you're cooking, or for you to put on while you're about to, crash out for the night, while you're just reading a book.
Yeah.
We try to always aim it to get you in a good spot.
Yeah, for sure. And you want to be those guys that be like, yeah, I knew the Mirepoix before they were big. You want to be the underground knowers, so that's going to be pretty cool. About a few months from now.
If you share us, we will make your name proud. People will be like, damn, can you believe Rob of War 24 came in with that good podcast recommendation?
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
And then even if you have some ideas, once again, like we're open to hearing what you think will make this a better podcast. So reach out to us, y'all. You are family to us. We are family to you. We are looking to, once again, grow, expand our individual businesses, the business together we have as the Mirepoix. And just thank y'all for tapping in, man, for episode 14 of the Mirepoix, bro.
Dude, all day. And I don't say this often, but my birthday's coming up November 17th. 2022. That's my birthday coming up. For all those that do want to catch at the celebration, I'm putting it together now. November 20th at the Texas Renaissance Fair right outside of Houston.
Oh.
I'll be there. I'll be there. And, open invitation to anyone and everyone that wants to come. Obviously, I don't really... Again, I'll take donations. Don't get it twisted. If you got some new equipment for us, you got some ideas for us, we take donations and inspirations of any sort. But, we'll also take the opportunities. The opportunity to make you seem like a better friend for recommending such a great podcast to them. The opportunity for you to seem like a better person for knowing us. Keep up with all our stuff. And, we got a lot of fun episodes planned for you next. So, Kai, tell us a joke.
He called me up.
No, that's a joke. Thank you.